party after party after party near the 700 block of Tate Avenue after hearing that someone was shot to death there Friday night.
Lawless and no respect.
In the late hours of a Friday, a quiet neighborhood in Memphis, Tennessee, was shattered by a senseless act of violence. Police rushed to the scene of a drive-by shooting on Tate Avenue, where a 40-year-old mom had been killed. Just days before, she had been surrounded by family, celebrating her birthday with joy and laughter. What she didn't know was that her death was tied to a local rapper's latest diss song. But what no one saw coming was the deadly consequence of his words, or even action. Sadly, this isn't the first time we've had to tell a story like this. Remember the case of a famous rapper who was sexually assaulted in prison after killing his own mom. We covered her story before, and if you haven't seen it, stay tuned. It's one you won't forget. Now, let's reflect on the life and death of Dawanna Rogers. Dawanna Rogers was a 40-year-old mother and a familiar face to many in the South Memphis community. Affectionately called Weasel by those who knew her, she was loved for her bright smile and infectious laugh. Just weeks before her tragic death, Dawanna had celebrated a birthday surrounded by the people she loved most, her children, family, and close friends. The memories of that day are now bittersweet for her children, who are left to mourn the loss of a mother who had always been there to guide and support them. Friends remember Dawanna as a kind-hearted woman, always willing to lend a hand or offer a listening ear. She had a natural ability to make everyone around her feel loved and appreciated, often going above and beyond for those she cared about. Her family was everything to her, and she worked hard to create a stable and loving environment for her children. But despite her warmth and generosity, tragedy would strike. Tragically, Dawanna's life was cut short on a Friday night in a community that had long struggled with violence, crime, and a lack of positive outlets for its youth. The streets of South Memphis had been plagued by senseless violence for years, and Dawanna's death was yet another devastating reminder of the cycle that continues to affect so many families in the area. At around 9 p.m. on a Friday night, during a block party on the street, Dawanna was killed in a drive-by shooting on Tate Avenue, a notorious stretch in Memphis known for its high crime rates and gang-related activity. Memphis police responded swiftly to the scene when the call came in about the shooting. By the time they arrived, Dawanna had already been pronounced dead. While some believed the shooting was just another violent act tied to the ongoing gang and street violence in the area, others speculated that it might have been linked to tensions surrounding Memphis's music scene. Meanwhile, across town, a series of events connected to rapper FTO Set was about to escalate the situation even further.
One spot, one die for a nine, my nigga, no kid for a recent time. Got kids, I'm drawing my guy. Trying to show you how to get in. This how you get in, nigga, for sure. Gotta hop and call the spinners. Gotta show me you'll hit something and spin. Get out. Before you hit the dope, put one in the chin. Face shot, that's simple. Free big smack, man. Free fat crank, man. You hear me? I stepped there, say nothing. Oh, his stomach. Keep an amaretto with me. Hey, man, I got a black truck park.
Dawanna's shooting occurred shortly after a music video shot by rapper Set, an artist who publicly repped AOB, a side located on Tate Street. The music scene in Memphis, often riddled with competition and street affiliations, had seen an uptick in violence in recent years. This video shoot, filled with energy, would set the stage for a violent chain of events. Cayman Carwell, popularly known as FTO Set, is an American rapper hailing from South Memphis, a city known for its deep roots in hip-hop culture. His music reflects the raw and unfiltered reality of the streets he grew up in, and he is one of the rising figures in Memphis's burgeoning hip-hop scene. A key feature of Set's rise to prominence is his affiliation with 1017 Records, the label famously associated with Gucci Mane. His debut under this label included the highly viewed track Don't Play That, which garnered significant attention, marking his entrance into the wider hip-hop landscape. Set's music is deeply embedded in Memphis street culture, and much of his work revolves around themes of street life, loyalty, and the harsh realities of growing up in tough neighborhoods. His lyrics often feature references to his neighborhood, Tate Street, which he affectionately calls South Vegas Drive, and he frequently references rivalries between local factions in his songs. Not only that, but the element of his music has not only resonated with local fans, but has also sparked controversy due to the aggressive nature of some of his lyrics. One of his most popular tracks, South Vegas Drive, was released, which directly references his hometown. However, it was his recent release, Piss Set Off, that stirred the most controversy. But just when it seemed like the lyrics couldn't get any worse, the music video for Piss Set Off, filmed in the very streets of Tate Avenue, would reveal pivotal clues that connected FTO Set's actions to the tragic death of Dawana Rogers just days later. During the filming of this video, not only was the video filled with provocative lyrics targeting rival factions, but the most shocking was what came after. The video featured the burning of a t-shirt, a symbol tied to a fallen rival member. The shirt, allegedly bearing a logo of a fallen member of the rival side, Jeremy Land, sparked anger and set off a chain reaction of violence. But it wasn't just the burning of the shirt that had people talking. Jeremy Land had been killed in a shooting, which many believe was part of a larger gang-related conspiracy. Reports suggest that Jeremy was allegedly set up by a female associated with Set's crew, an event that further heightened the animosity between the two sides. The video shoot itself, featuring the burning of a t-shirt with Jeremy Land's name, led to heightened tensions on the street, with some locals fearing that retaliation was imminent. But there was more.
That video should be at 4:30, man. Video should be at 4:30. Everybody pop out, man. Y'all pull up at 5. Man, I'm in the middle of the trenches with this shit, man. Pop this shit back. I'm in the middle of the trenches, man. That bar, everything, man. Y'all come outside, man. Come fuck out. Come fuck out, man. Make on Perry barbecue and shit, man. Come fuck out, man. And we gambling, man. Pull up.
Set's lyrics in the Piss Set Off video also drew direct references to Cedric Perry, also known as EBG Set, who went missing in December 2022. Cedric had been affiliated with Set's rival group, EPG, and his disappearance left a void that fueled further resentment. Set's public comments in the video, which included lines like, "Don't come around asking about Set, Bob's crazy, I said what I said," made it clear that the rivalry was far from over. The music video's provocative nature, combined with the burning of a t-shirt, likely served as a trigger for the drive-by shooting that took place just days after the video's release. The incident occurred on Tate Avenue, a street that had already been plagued by violence, street parties, and rivalries. Unfortunately, during one of those parties that Dawana was caught in a retaliatory shooting. She had been an unfortunate victim of this ongoing feud. Although some believed there had been a block party at the time of the shooting, others insisted that no such event had been happening and that the situation was simply a case of street violence spilling over into the community. Witnesses in the area speculated that the shooting may have been linked to the rivalry between these two factions, but the exact motive behind Dawana's death remains unclear. As of now, the police have not made any arrests in connection with Dawana's death. The shooter remains unidentified. But Memphis law enforcement is working tirelessly to piece together the clues that will lead them to justice. The neighborhood continues to be on edge, as the ongoing violence has left many asking when the cycle will end. On February 20th, 2023, Set was taken into custody by the Shelby County Sheriff's Office following the revocation of his bond. The bond revocation stems from a drug and firearm case that was filed in November 2022, in which Set was accused of being involved with illegal drugs and weapons possession. At the time, the charges created a buzz, but details about the specific events were limited. The charges, however, were serious enough to have Set face legal consequences, and the rapper had been out on bond awaiting his trial. The drug and firearm charges he faces could carry significant penalties, especially if he is convicted. However, no information has been released yet regarding the outcome of the case. While Set continues to rise in the Memphis rap scene, his lyrics and affiliations have drawn a great deal of controversy. His music is undoubtedly reflective of the culture that has shaped him, but it also highlights the dangerous intersections between street life and the entertainment industry. As more Memphis artists gain attention for their raw, unapologetic lyrics, the city has found itself grappling with the consequences of a violent culture that has taken hold of many young people, particularly those involved in the music scene. Set's story is a tragic reminder of how the lines between art and real-life violence can blur, and how personal rivalries, street conflicts, and unresolved grief can manifest in a deadly cycle. While Set's lyrics continue to inspire some, they also serve as a point of contention for others, raising questions about responsibility in an era where the reach of social media and music videos can have real-world consequences. A number of locals spoke out, sharing their concern about the increasing gun violence in the area.
Lawless and no respect.
Neighbors are frustrated with the parties blocking the street. They say almost every weekend for years. The video shows the crowd blocking an MPD patrol cruiser trying to pass through.
These younger people, they carrying weapons, and they got large guns.
It's like a safe place for them. We're grown-ups watching them. They ain't around here shooting each other, killing each other.
Show the community love, Ain't been no violence, no shootings, it's just a bunch of young kids, middle-aged kids, just hanging, having a good time,
The neighborhood has witnessed several tragedies over the past year, and Dawana's death is yet another casualty in an ongoing struggle between rival factions that has been escalating for months. Residents and city leaders are increasingly concerned about the inability to break the cycle of violence that's claimed too many lives. Dawana's family is devastated by the loss of a woman who was at the heart of their community. Her friends and family remember her as someone who always had time for others and was deeply committed to her children. The tragedy has brought local leaders like Pastor Andrew Terry to speak out about the ongoing violence. Pastor Terry, who runs Life of Liberty Church on Tate Avenue, has long complained about the block parties and the lawlessness that seem to dominate the neighborhood. The community's frustration is visible. While some residents feel the block parties and street gatherings are harmless, others argue that the parties often spiral into violence, turning their once peaceful neighborhood into a hotbed of conflict. Neighbors are calling for more leadership from both the community and the city to provide better opportunities for youth and curb the violence that has claimed yet another life. Dawana's funeral was attended by several members of her family and community, coming together to say their final goodbyes. The service was a poignant moment of reflection on her life, with loved ones sharing memories of the kind-hearted woman she was. Friends and family spoke of her warmth, generosity, and the irreplaceable role she played in their lives. The community's outpouring of support was a testament to the deep impact Dawana had on those around her. As the funeral concluded, the somber reality of street violence and its toll on families remained. For many, Dawana's death served as a stark reminder of the cycle of violence that continues to plague neighborhoods like hers. Despite the grief, there is a collective hope that her memory will ignite change, pushing for more resources and support for communities caught in similar struggles. What do you think about it? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you found this story intriguing, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.